Good morning everyone, it's now November 15th Monday, few minutes past 8 o'clock, and now I'm already at Sydney Domestic Airport. If you take the train, then you will take the escalators up and then you'll here. Then if you either turn right or turn left for your departure. And for my flight, yes, I'm actually gonna take Jetstar, the one 9:25 to Melbourne, JQ509. So Terminal 2 on the left. So there are actually other flights going to Melbourne, other airlines that operate this route, such as Virgin Australia, Regional Express, Rex, or obviously Qantas. But I chose Jetstar because I have a credit voucher, although it's still valid until January 8th, 2023. But if I can use it earlier, then why not? And the credit value, it's more than one flight, so this flight it's actually free, so all good. And since I also have Qantas and Jetstar, yeah, I also have complimentary lounge invitation. I could actually use the lounge at Sydney Airport for Qantas Club or Domestic Business Lounge, but as you can see, Qantas is at Terminal 3, which is on the right. Jetstar departs on Terminal 2, which is on the left. So if I use a lounge invitation here at Sydney, I would need to drop my bags at Terminal 2 first, then walk to Terminal 3 for lounge access, and then back to Terminal 2 for my flight. So it's not worth it. So now, without further ado, let's head to the left upstairs for my flight, JQ509, operated by Jetstar, here from Sydney to Melbourne Tullamarine. So check-in at Sydney Airport, it's pretty simple. For example, as I fly with Jetstar, touch anywhere to begin. I use English. Scan my itinerary, I guess. Well, no. Booking reference instead. You know sometimes how pressing this button you need to be good. Hard to press. It's hard to press. I will reprint my boarding pass because I like paper ones. Are you traveling with any of the groups? By common sense, obviously not. Just remember to, common sense again. And that's in class. Done. And now I will drop my bags over there. So once you go through security, head down the escalator, turn right, and then straight to the end. That's the Jetstar departure gate area. And because I don't have lounge access, you may ask whether I will grab something before my flight. I will not actually, because in my ticket I bought the Starter Max. This Starter Max bundle already includes an in-flight meal deal, which includes snacks and drink. Of course, I will talk about them later in the video during the flight. So, yes. In this time, I'm now already at gate 54 for some plane spotting. That's my flight, Jetstar JQ509 from Sydney to Melbourne, which has just flown from Melbourne to Sydney as JQ502. The registration number is, I don't know at the moment, but as soon as I figure the registration number, I will update it in the description down below, so stay tuned. That's my seat 3A with my Starter Max bundle. I can choose such rows of upfront seat for free. In front of you, there's safety instructions card, menu card, and motion sickness bag, I guess. This is the tray table. You can't fold it in half, but you can move it back and forth like that. There is some storage space for you for my boarding pass and firewall pack, which includes 1 face mask and 2 hand and surface sanitizing wipes, which you can get at the arrival gate before your flight. Seat pitch, it's 29 inches. It's okay for this 1-ish hour flight down to Melbourne. Seat width, it's 17.9 inches. The armrest, you can fully lift it up. I'm not sure if someone will be sitting next to me. That's the head. Well, you don't have head. And that's my seat 3A. 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 3A.
As we prepare for takeoff, it is important that you are familiar with the safety features of this Airbus A320 aircraft. Please listen and watch the crew member closest to you carefully.
Hello again. We want you to have a safe and enjoyable flight. So please listen closely while we take you through the safety requirements for our Airbus A320. Your crew are highly trained to help keep you safe, so make sure you listen to and follow their instructions. As we get underway, please make sure your personal electronic devices are in a flight safe mode or otherwise completely switched off. Your carry-on baggage and larger electronic devices should now be placed either under the seat in front of you or in an overhead locker. Check that your seat back is upright, your tray table is stowed away, your armrest is lowered, and your window shade is open. The seatbelt sign above you will be illuminated whenever you must have your seatbelt fastened. To fasten your seatbelt, clip the buckle and clasp, and pull on the loose strap to tighten. Undo the seatbelt by lifting the buckle flap. The seatbelt is most effective when worn low, tight, and throughout the entire flight. Make sure you're familiar with the brace position best suited to your seat. The onboard safety instruction card in your seat pocket shows pictures of your brace position, along with other important safety information. The A320 has 8 emergency exits, which we'll now show you. 2 at the front, 4 over the wing, and 2 at the back of the cabin. Lights will illuminate, showing you the path to follow to these exits. If we need to leave the aircraft quickly, taking your personal items with you will slow you down, so please leave everything behind. If a mask like this appears from above you, pull it down firmly to start a supply of oxygen. Quickly put it over your mouth and nose, and breathe normally. Keep the mask in place by fitting and tightening the strap, and then help others around you. There is a life jacket located in a pouch under your seat. If it is required, remove the life jacket from the pouch, place it over your head, pass the strap around your back, clip it at the front, and then pull on the loose strap to tighten. Only inflate your life jacket as you leave the aircraft by pulling down on the red tags. You can top up your life jacket by blowing into these mouthpieces. The life jacket also has a whistle and a light to attract attention. There are emergency escape and flotation devices accessible from each exit, and a life raft at the rear of the aircraft. By law, you must not tamper with or remove any aircraft equipment unless authorised. You must comply with any instructions from our crew and any signs that you see on board. Smoking is not permitted anytime, anywhere on board the aircraft, including in the bathrooms. It's our pleasure to have you on board with us today, and we hope you have an enjoyable flight. Thanks for listening.
in front of the seat. And the meal service began, I think, 20 minutes into the flight. So there is a on-board menu, but it's not available on this flight, unfortunately. So you have to pre-purchase some, like me. For my bundle, starter max bundle, that is complimentary. I got myself a double chocolate muffin, followed by a regular tea. With milk and 2 sugar. So that's my complimentary in-flight meal deal on board this Jetstar flight. If you bought starter max bundle, or actually you can do with starter plus bundle as well. So you must purchase when Jetstar ticket at least Jetstar plus or starter plus or starter max bundle in order to have the complimentary in-flight meal deal. So we are already midway through the flight. Because there are no other entertainment, obviously no magazines, something else, unless you bring it home or watch from your mobile devices. Otherwise, what I'm doing is kind of view spotting, because obviously it's quite cloudy down there. But pretty sunny. But I'm pretty sure we are flying over the southwest coast of New South Wales, somewhere between, and then enter Victoria, the northeast or east coast of Victoria, and then continue going down to Melbourne. So if you ask me, do I need toilet break after my in-flight meal deal with the double chocolate muffin and regular tea, I could have, but because there are 2 passengers sitting beside me, I feel like not that. I feel like a bit embarrassing to ask them to stand up, and then for me to leave and then go to the toilet and then ask them to stand up, and then going back to my seat, because that's my seat 3A is a window seat. They seat 3B middle and 3C the aisle seat. So it's still an hour-ish flight, so I guess I can probably hold my pee until I arrive at Melbourne Tullamarine Airport. So the rest of the time before landing, some view spotting. Now that we are about to descend into Melbourne, let's wrap up this flight. Jetstar, I didn't mention earlier, Airbus A320-200 aircraft, JQ509 from Sydney. So check-in at Sydney Airport is pretty smooth. Print your boarding pass if you need, or on your phone, and your back tag, and then go to check-in counter to drop your bags if you have. Simple, quick, because there are several counters available at the moment, and obviously not many people are traveling at the moment because border restrictions are obviously still in place in Australia or New South Wales. Technically from now, from New South Wales, you can only travel interstate freely without quarantine into the Australian Capital Territory and Victoria. So yes, obviously not many people. And then once on board, warm welcome from the female cabin crew. I forgot her name. I didn't really notice her name long. The seat itself, 29 inches of seat pitch. It's okay. Not that narrow. Not that tight as expected. Because it's like an hour-ish, so that's pretty fine. The meal, because I got in-flight meal deal as part of my starter max bundle, I got myself double chopped muffin. Another option is I forgot, salted caramel muffin, but I chose a double chopped muffin, and it tastes pretty good. It tastes the flavorful, really chocolate, and the tea is a bit normal. And yeah, thankful. And the sky, it's a bit cloudy, but it's not raining for now. pretty smooth flight. Toilet break, well, I did not have because I don't want to disturb my 2 other fellow passengers sitting beside me. Yes, and yes, for this flight you have to pre-purchase your meal or grab something on the airport because the buy on board service is not available for this flight. So in general, pretty smooth, pretty comfortable flight flying from Sydney to Melbourne. So if you like this video, especially my first English narration trip report, please consider give a like and subscribe to this channel so you won't miss out my other information, such as my other flight reports and vlogs or whatever. And be sure particularly to follow my Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat and Twitter. I update them more regularly than YouTube in terms of stories or posts, so you won't miss out how I spend this coming 5 days. I mean, today it's November 15th, Monday, until November 19th, Friday in Melbourne, the state capital of Victoria, most populated, and Geelong, second most populated city in Victoria. So be sure to follow them as well so you won't miss out. I will shut up from now and enjoy the landing into Melbourne Tullamarine Airport. See you in the next video.
Welcome to Melbourne, where the local time is 10:45 a.m. On behalf of the entire crew, it's been our pleasure having you on board. Jetstar would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land. We would also like to pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging. Today we'll be disembarking using the forward and rear left-hand doors. Please hold onto the handrail as you descend the stairs and follow directions of the ground staff team for a safe passage into the terminal. Take care when opening overhead lockers, as some items may have moved throughout the flight, and please check around you and in your seat pocket for any personal items you may leave behind. Remember to take any face masks or wipes, whether used or unused, off the aircraft. Once the seatbelt sign is off, where possible, please maintain appropriate distance between yourself and other customers as you disembark. If your phone is within reach, you may now switch it on. Just remember you're unable to use it on the tarmac. Any other devices need to stay switched off until you're inside the terminal. Smoking is not allowed as you disembark on the tarmac or in the terminal. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank you for choosing to fly with Jetstar, and we hope to see you when you next choose to travel. Thank you and have a great day here in Melbourne.
With 2 PS, I'm already at the Skybus, which will bring me from Melbourne Airport to Southern Cross Station non-stop. So there are actually 2 stops for Skybus at Melbourne Airport. One at Terminal 3, which is for Virgin Australia domestic, and another one at Terminal 1, which is for Qantas domestic. And Jetstar, my flight arrives depart from Melbourne at Terminal 4, along with other regional express domestic as well. Well, Terminal 2, that's for international flights, just in case a flight. So, but because Melbourne's 4 terminals are linked together, you can within walkable distance. So from Terminal 4, I walk to the nearest bus stop, which is Terminal 3, and now after Terminal 3 there will be a stop at Terminal 1 first, then it goes all the way to Southern Cross Station, and then from Southern Cross it will stop at Terminal 3 first, and then Terminal 1, which is like a loop. Yeah. So one, I think, bad thing about flying Jetstar to Melbourne, it's you don't have air bridge at Melbourne Airport for Jetstar. You do have at Sydney. So you walk at the air bridge, and then at Sydney to board the Jetstar flight. At Melbourne, you have to walk down the stairs and then enter the building, and then it's a bit of a walk from the departure or arrival gate at Melbourne Airport back to the main building at Terminal 4, and then to collect your bags, to exit the airport, which is a bit annoying, but Melbourne Airport, yeah. And technically you still need to obtain a permit to enter Victoria, although Victoria already declared all local government areas across all Australian states and territories are green zones, which includes Greater Sydney in New South Wales. But you still have to obtain a permit, but when I show my permit to the officials at the arrival gate, I just technically show them that my permit. They don't even scan or something. They just look at my permit and then just okay, and then lets me go, which is I don't know, which is a bit weird for me, because I thought because there is a QR code on the permit. Either you can print it out or as a PDF, but I just show the officials my entry permit, which I did a few days before I'm flying into Melbourne, and then I just show them, and then they just look at it, not even scanning at it, and then let me go, which is I found a bit awkward. Well, anyway, so now the bus is already at Terminal 1, which will hopefully be at Southern Cross Station within half an hour to officially begin my journey, my 14th Yolo solo trip, also the 6th one in the midst of COVID-19. So I will sign off here. Be sure to again, really subscribe to this channel and follow my Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. There will be most updates on it in terms of stories, posts, whatever. So stay tuned and enjoy the rest of the day. See ya.